We play.
We fight.
We conquer.
Welcome back to the Freak Show. I'm your host, BUMPY-MCSQUIGUMS. We're diving back into Saviors of Sapphire Wings right now. And we basically just left off right here. I took a little nap and I am good to go, guys and gals. Well, so to speak. Alright, we got profiles, we got squire status in the Hall of the Round. Two of them do the same thing, and the status button does the same thing. That's funny. Hall of the Round. We have our room, and some students to talk to or eat with them. The cellar, where the magic furnace and alchemical pots are located. The library. Notice board, huh? I'd still love to be able to switch some classes and whatnot here. Storage equipped from storage, manage GP. We have a bag in a box. Interesting. Oops. Alright, what do we do from here? Manage GP, deposit or withdraw, squire status, all the round, our room. Okay, we're back here. Now let's look in the library of the round. There's an item encyclopedia, bestiary. Actually, doesn't tell us much. It just shows us what they look like, what they drop. I guess it could be any rank. Game systems, just more explanation of what's going down. Alright, that's cool. And then the notice board. Touring a rondeur. Tour the facilities to learn their function. Nothing in particular. Missing Migme. Zeth, I've been waiting for you. You should know that the room there has much to offer you. I'll explain what I can if there is anything. You still don't understand, try experimenting with the facilities to learn more. Before all that, I have a gift for your squires. Merlin takes out an emblem which bears the shape of a bird's wing. Is that the same as the one on Sir Zeth's chest? That's exactly right. This blue winged emblem is the symbol of the Guardians of the Light, and in the past, each of the Knights of the Round bore one of these. They were once Zeth's comrades. It is said that they challenged the Overlord, wishing to restore light to the world. But we're nothing compared to them. It wouldn't be right for us to wear these emblems, would it? On the contrary. Destiny has guided each of you here to the Fort of the Round. That alone makes you worthy of bearing these sapphire wings. That is quite the responsibility. Hey, do you really think we can wear these? I don't see why not. Maybe it's still a I don't see why not. If you say so, that does give me a bit more confidence. Sheesh, you two, don't you think you're overthinking it? They're so pretty and they're gifts. It'd be rude to refuse them, right? Don't be so greedy. You're just like Popolog. Hey, that's mean. I'm nothing like him. We should take them, Saul. If we're not yet worthy of them, then we shall improve until we are. Together. You're right. I know I'll become worthy of this thing someday. Never forget what drives you. Your sincerity and determination will be what inspires those under your command. Now let's get back to the topic at hand. For now, I'd like to give everyone a tour of Rondeur. 3 places in the Rondeur hold particular importance: the Hall of the Round, the Cellar, and your room, Zeth. These places are vital to Rondeur's operation, so pay attention. We'll start with the Hall of the Round. The Hall of the Round is the heart of Rondare. All facilities are connected through this room. You can access your room and the cellar from here, as well as the watchtower and the squire's rooms. Wait, squire's rooms? Are we going to live here? Rondare is a flying fortress. We'll be using it as our base of operations, so yes, you'll be living here from now on. Will that be a problem? No, not really. But if we're doing this, then I gotta tell Pops. You're not a kid anymore. Yeah, sheesh. Though you wouldn't know it listening to him. Shut up. I just want to keep him in the loop. You'll be allowed to bring some personal belongings with you to keep in your rooms. However, there aren't enough rooms for all of you, which means you will have to share. Now then, as for the tour. Squire should feel free to congregate in the Hall of the Round. All information is gathered at the notice board, and as such, you may consider it the hall's heart. Missions are listed on the notice board and displayed according to their contents. Quests and tasks are important duties that deal directly with the current conflict, etc., as the name suggests, are less crucial tasks that serve to keep track of your accomplishments. If you are unsure of what steps to take next, do not hesitate to consult the notice board. It really is a magical fort. Everything's so convenient. Is that all there is to this place? No, I have yet to explain the fort's communication system. The crystal allows you to communicate with the outside world using magic. Magical communication? Is it akin to telepathy? It's similar, yes, but not as complex. Those in the Hall of the Round can use the Skyfort crystal to freely project their intent to those beyond these walls. You'll be able to speak to those on the surface as if you were next to them. I see. So we will have no need of any special powers like telepathy. Yes, although you will only be able to talk with Squires of the Round. Now, Zeth, allow me to entrust the crystal to you. I'm sure you will soon find an opportunity to test it out. I got the Skyfort crystal. What? Continuing on, next would be the cellar. This room houses several facilities such as storage, a magical furnace, and the alchemical pot. You will likely use the storage most often. With it, you may store away items as well as your GP. You are only able to carry a set number of items, so be sure to leave behind what is not necessary. Being organized is important, isn't it? I'll do my best to keep things tidy. If you would, please. There are certain items you will use frequently, such as mirrors of return. Zeth, please check your stock before departing. The magic furnace will likely get the most use after that. The furnace is able to melt down the equipment you no longer have use for. The power it produces is stored within the fort. Eventually, the power may be used to enhance your own equipment. What does that mean? The details are unnecessary at this time. However, do you care for me to explain, Zeth? Yeah, sure. Understood. Very well, then. Simply put, melting down old items to strengthen new equipment. It does not occur by strengthening the equipment itself, but rather as a sort of blessing. Thus, its enhancing effects will appear immediately on all new equipment you find. Huh. The specific type of equipment that is enhanced will be determined by what is melted down. Swords enhance swords, armor enhances armor, and so on for each category. I believe that explanation should be sufficient. I'm not going to pretend I understood that, but it does sound really amazing. You may use the magic furnace in the cellar to melt down equipment at any time. Be vigilant about doing so with unnecessary items. Now, regarding alchemy, I believe we should cover that at a later time. I plan to hold a practice session as an introduction, so do look forward to it. Okay. You're now able to use the magic furnace. Begin enhancement task. Each equipment type plus 1 enhanced. Lastly, allow me to explain this room. This is the Master's Room, in other words, Zeth's living quarters. As Rondair is a fortress dedicated to the fight against the Overlord, no facility is unrelated to your mission. Here you may view the squires' profiles, carry out talks, or enjoy meals. Your talks and meals are quite important, so I will discuss them separately at a later time. It is quite simple, but the specifics may wait. Alright. Allow me to explain the fort's notable locations and amenities to you. I thank you for listening. It's going to be tough to remember all that, but I think I managed to catch most of it. Yeah, I guess all we got to do now is get used to it. I don't think that'll be a problem. It'll happen naturally just by living our lives here at Rondair. Learn by doing, isn't that what they say? Indeed, that is true. Now, while you are likely quite exhausted, I've taken the initiative to prepare a number of tasks for you to handle. What? Already? Don't you think we should ease into it? This seems perfectly normal to me. Indeed, keep in mind, this is for the safety of everyone. I would like for you all to gain the strength necessary to survive for your survival as quickly as possible. There's no time to rest during conflict. We're facing off against the Overlord. We need to be able to handle at least this much. That's right, we must do everything that we can. It will be fine as long as you have that resolve. In regards to the tasks themselves, I have handed them to the notice board under tasks. Note that it is a category separate from quests, so please be mindful of that fact. I will be waiting for you to accept your next task. Touring Rondair. Yeah, alright, well that's weird and fine. Uh-huh. The Elf Priestess, I would very much like to change her up a little bit, but does not look like I can. At least not yet. Notice board. Alright, so we have quests. More quests. Tons and tons of quests. Quest. 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 So this is the etc. This is memo. And these are finished quests? I'm just gonna kind of cycle through these. This is all the +1 to your equipment. Alright, I got you. Practice talking. Learn how to talk with your squires in your room in the room there. This task has multiple parts. Be unsure. Check the notice board. Control the Goblin Stronghold. You need to control trap points in other areas of the valley. It may be efficient to accept other tasks at the same time as this one. Head to the place where the gods reside and overcome the trials assigned to you. Draenei is required to challenge the trials, accept the tasks from the notice board after obtaining some. Been waiting for you, Zeth. As master of the fort, one duty is your most important: how to talk to your squires. Let me ask you this. Do you understand the purpose of talking to them and what it accomplishes? To ensure squires are satisfied, to have fun with them, to gain the trust. That is indeed one aspect of it. However, the most important one is that you gain their trust. Of course, you will build bonds with your squires through daily conversation. In the battle against darkness, the power of your bonds will be what will save you. Overlord Oloma uses an attack called Oma's Impact, which enslaves people to his will. To combat that incredible power, your bonds with your squires are indispensable. Our hearts are our greatest weaknesses, yet they are also our greatest strengths. To win, you must strengthen your hearts. Your bond with each squire is indicated by their soul ranks. Ultimately, the purpose of talking to your squires is to increase your soul ranks. Remember that. What kind of effect will it have? Raising soul ranks will benefit you in various ways. Allow me to illustrate with an example. The most obvious result is the influence on the speed of their growth. Squires with high soul ranks will gain bonus experience when you defeat enemies. In other words, the higher your squire's soul ranks, the faster they can grow. In fact, this effect also influences you as well, Zeth. The EXP boost is decided by the average soul rank of the squires in your party. Oh. Take note of that when you win battles. I'm certain you'll be able to see the effects. Now then, why don't you try talking with your squires now? You may talk in your room. Follow me, if you please. I don't know. For now, I'll explain the process itself. As one would expect, in order to begin a talk, you must first call upon your squire. Please select a squire from the list who has something they wish to discuss with you. There should be a mark on their icon to indicate this. I will be observing from the outside. Rest assured, I will provide assistance if needed. Okay. She's waiting outside. We're now able to call our squires. Alright, let's do it. Hey, Master, can I come in? Sure. You have successfully called upon your squire. Now, please select the talk option. By doing so, you may listen to your squire's concerns and offer them your guidance. Wow, I'm kind of nervous. Are you? What did you want to talk about? You're making me nervous too. What do you want? What do you want to talk about? Well, dang it, I can't stand this. I'm just gonna ask you outright. Do you think it's difficult to kill enemies? Not really. I do, but there's no other option. I see. That's a relief. Even you find it difficult to kill, huh? To be honest, I find it pretty tough. When I slice through an enemy, I just can't get the picture out of my head. Guess there's not much sense in going into battle if I'm hung up on this, is there? Don't lose that part of yourself. You'll get used to it. I'm here if you need to talk. Don't lose that part of yourself. Yeah, I'll try. I doubt a strong, capable knight could understand how I feel, but I can't believe anyone could be willing to take the life of another. We have to bring about a world where this reality is only a thing of the past. Thank you, Master. Seriously, thank you for hearing me out, even if I'm just here to whine to you. While we're at it, though, I'm just curious. Was there anything you wanted to ask me? What are your favorite foods? Tell me about your real parents. What are your favorite foods? Well, between meat and veggies, guess I'd say meat. Oh, and I love sweet stuff too. But sheesh, lately it's been almost impossible to come across anything sweet, hasn't it? But yeah, that's pretty much it. Sweet meat. Okay, gotcha. Well, guess that about does it. If I think of anything else, I'll come find you. Saul's soul gauge has increased. Cool. Send Squire back to the room. Alright, see you around. Bye! The squires have left. Merlin appears almost as if she had been waiting for you. Zeth, pardon me for interrupting, but that was rather well done. Easily worthy of passing marks, I'd say. When there are any changes in people's behavior, please talk to them just like this. This should be enough to help you understand the importance of talking. So, in order to facilitate its practical use, allow me to bring up a new task. What do I need to do? Well, I'll have you actually raise the soul ranks of your squires. The goal is to raise one squire's soul rank by 1. To raise their soul rank, you must first increase your soul gauge. Think of the soul gauge as a measure of the trust the squires have of their master. There are a few ways to increase the soul gauge. The most basic way is through battles. As you fight and earn victories together, you naturally nurture their trust in you. However, be careful not to let your guard down. If someone becomes incapacitated or takes a lot of damage, the soul gauge will decrease. The same if the master falls in battle. If you put your squires in danger, they won't want to follow you. Another way to increase the soul gauge is by eating, but I'll explain that when we move on to the practice alchemy task. I'll add it to the notice board, so please check it out when you can. Setting aside the methods for now, once your soul gauge is filled to a sufficient amount, an icon will appear on the squire's face on the list. Then, when you talk to them, their soul rank will increase. If they want to talk about something else, a different icon will appear. At least I think so. When that happens, you must talk about other matters and resolve them first. For now, aim to increase the soul gauge until this icon appears. Whether you increase the soul gauge through battle or eating, I'll leave that to you. I pray that you'll nurture your squires well. Now then. Alright, call a squire. Let's talk to the other two. Pardon me, master. Sup? You called for me, Master Zeth? This is my first time having a consultation, so I'm afraid I'll be relying on you a bit. Were you needing some advice? No, that's not why I wanted to talk to you. I wanted to introduce myself and provide a bit of an insight on the elven people as well. Thank you for letting me take a bit of your time. Sure. You're probably aware of this, but most elves spend their entire lives within the bounty of the forest. Among the races living in Alda, elves also have the longest lifespan. For an elf, I myself am considered quite young. Cool. But, by the standards of humans, 100 years is quite a long time, is it not? You certainly don't look it. You're joking, right? You certainly don't look it. Well, I'm 102 to be precise. I was born shortly before the last clash with the Overlord. However, our longer lifespans mean more time is required for elves to grow and mature. So in human terms, an elf of my age is still nothing more than a young adult. So please, there's no need to treat me with any special consideration. I'm really no different from the likes of Saul or Rorone. I'll treat you the same. You still seem pretty mature. That may have more to do with our upbringings. I spent much of my childhood surrounded by adults rather than peers my own age. Is there anything else you were curious about? What do elves eat? We mostly forage food in the forest. Our diets typically consist of fruits, vegetables, grains, and other plants. It's quite rare for us to consume meat of animals or fish. The nutrients they provide aren't necessary for our survival. Thank you again for allowing me to speak with you today. If you require anything, please feel free to summon me. I don't think I gained anything with her. Oh, a little bit there at the end. Alright, get to stepping, and then call upon the big me girl. Master, it's Rorone. I'm coming in, okay? I'm naked. No, it's fine. Afternoon, Master. Thanks for your help at the Valley of the Skyfort. I totally given up hope for a rescue. As obvious as it is in hindsight, it didn't even cross my mind you'd be a knight of the round. So what are we supposed to talk about? Anything you'd like. Oh, seriously? What was I all nervous for? Well, guess an introduction would be a good start. My name's Rorone. Migme don't use any family names, so it's just Rorone. Long ago... Long story, but I was acting as village healer. I'm nothing special, I just know a lot about herbs and give a pretty killer massage. Let me think. Is there anything else I want to say? Oh, I know. Do you like alcohol, Master? I'm not much of a drinker. Well, it's not like you hate it. Yeah, I hate it. Let's grab a drink together sometime. Oh, and don't worry. I know how it seems, but I'm a proper adult. No need to worry then. Yeah, humans tend to misunderstand in particular. Just look at my fluffy ears. No matter how you look at them, these are the ears of a full-fledged adult. Sheesh, you're annoying. I really am an adult. You gotta remember to look at a Migme's ears before going around doubting someone, okay? Did I doubt her at all? I don't think so. Well, see you later. Bye. Alright. Go back to the Hall of the Round. Notice board. Goal is to raise the... Oh, okay. Alright. No. There's no need. Alright. Okay, notice board. What else do we have? I've been waiting for you. Goblin Stronghold. As you know, that place remains a dangerous goblin hideout. Before leaving this area, I'd like to ensure that the village will remain safe. Are we close to departing? I shall not answer that question yet. For now, nurturing your strength, the squires of the round should be your primary objective. You cannot rush this process. My apologies. First, I'd like to talk about how to proceed with this task. Everyone, this way, please. Alright. What's up? Why'd you take us to the cellar? Is there something you need here? The Cyclops in the valley seem to have been conditioned for battle. They must have wandered into the valley and found themselves caught in the goblin's trap, likely due to hunger. Otherwise, I doubt the goblins would be able to make monsters obey them as they have. Well, I see, that makes sense. I guess those giant things have insatiable appetites. That's what I'm counting on. Use baits to lure out the monsters in the valley. Anything specific? If you go to Fumy Valley later, I believe you'll find spots like these. This is a place where monsters gather often. These locations are called trap points. For this task, you must defeat the monsters at all trap points at the Goblin Stronghold. Stamping out the monsters attracted at the trap points, that should secure the village. Just please approach this task cautiously. Alright. So what should we do first then? Well, you can place food, etc. items as bait on traps. If the bait is to the monster's liking, monsters will appear there. Simple, no? Bait that monsters prefer, huh? What exactly should we use? Well, it depends on the monsters living at each location. For the time being, you may try using fruits found here in Fumy Valley. Lemon, orange, or apple. Any of those would most likely be fine. Given the proper motivation, the Cyclops may appear. The monsters in this area like fruits? I would have expected something like that. You're saying those things may appear again? You have one more ally now, so I'm sure you can handle it. That's true. Now then, it'll take some time until the monsters take the bait. Once you place the bait, fight other monsters or place bait at another trap point. Do that, by the time you return to the first trap point, an enemy should appear. This is a sign that you've caught something. If nothing appears after a long time, it means the bait didn't work. The bait will go to waste in that case, so do keep that in mind. Will monsters have preferences? Can't say that I've figured that. Monsters are living creatures, so it's only natural they would. Once you defeat the monsters that take the bait, you will have controlled the trap point. Repeat this and gain control of all trap points at the Goblin Stronghold. Remember, you only need to control the Goblin Stronghold. You won't need to worry about trap points in other locations. Of course, if you do capture them, you may reap further benefits. Now then, that is all for my explanation. Zeth, do you have any questions? Nope, I think so. I think we're good. There are a few things I haven't told you about, but I'll tell you when you get there. Don't forget to move the etc. items which are your bait from storage to your inventory before leaving. Now then, I pray for your safety. May the eternal light be present where the squires of the round are headed. Cool. Storage. Well, we could probably move multitude. We got a treasure box, lemon, orange. There's some potions here as well. Mirror of return. Do we have any mirrors of return on this side? We do not. Should probably grab a few of them. We can have up to 100 things in our bag. There's fairy medicine. Oh yes, HP across the board. I mean, I guess that's fine. We have an orange, a lemon, and an apple was the other one. We have one of each. I don't think we have any more. Oh, we do have more. There we go. Magic furnace, inventory, storage. Alright, I guess we land on the surface, maybe. We have our system now. Room cellar, all that stuff. Well, you know what, guys and gals? It took us a while to get through all that. I think I'm just going to probably break it off here. I know it's I said I'm a little out of it, so my apologies, but we're getting through there. We're getting through a lot of the information stuff, the informative things, and we're going to be getting into more of the straight gameplay moving forward, which I'm looking forward to. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and until the very next episode, I've been your host, BUMPY-MCSQUIGUMS. Thank you so much for stopping by the Freak Show. And always remember, we play, we fight, we conquer.